Elevations to everyone in the collective. Hopefully y'all have had an amazing Saturn day. Hopefully your week ended or came to a beautiful ending and you're enjoying today. However you're enjoying today. Thank you to all my returning watchers, viewers, and subscribers, as well as all of you who are new to the channel. Thank you for the shares, the donations, the super chats, and thanks. I ask that you continue to do so. Also, be sure to check the description box for any updates and for new links, as I am constantly working and adding things to the addition to our overall evolution, healing, growth, and ascension. Collective, we're going to get into a collective reading. This is a general message. Only take what resonates and leave what does not. Do not try to make the message fit. That will cause confusion in your life, and that's the last thing that we would want, or any of us that would hope for in this day and age, okay? My messages are never meant to hurt, harm, or confuse, although they may be very bold, and some of the messages may be very uncomfortable. I may touch on subjects that are uncomfortable for us all. Nonetheless, they are never meant to hurt or harm or to trigger anyone into a lower vibrational state. With that being said, welcome to everyone. I am Shay, the Dual Alchemist, for those of you that are new to the channel. 1 second. Hey, Ron Lee. Got the mod in the building. Anyways, let's get into the messages. Collective. The rules are really when you come into this live chat, if you plan on staying and sticking around for the messages, be sure to hit that like button. I encourage super chats, thanks, gifts, donations, all of the above. So please feel free to do so. And if it's just an energetic like, a thumbs up, a double tapping of the screen, it is greatly appreciated. Okay. No pre-shuffles. No pre-shuffles. My prayers are already in effect for my members live, so I will go ahead and invoke prayers of peace, protection of the highest vibrations from the supreme and divine being, as well as the galactic council members of my highest good. Who is this in this energy that's they're agitated with your level of resistance? Who is this? Who is this, child? Also, live chat rules. Come into the live chat and respect the people that are in the chat, respect yourself, and respect me. That is what I do as. If you don't like the message, that's fine. Everybody, we can agree to disagree, but please don't come into the chat being disrespectful and interrupting the messages for those that are open to receive and that wish to receive the message, okay? Also, warning, warning, warning. You get disrespectful. There are times when I will come out of character, not because you rage baited me, but because I like to do that sometimes, because that's just me. So I can be very much so disrespectful back to you. So I just ask that we all keep it at an even kilter, at a state of balance, equilibrium, peace, prosperity, righteousness, and all of the laws of my art. May they be invoked at this time, and may they embody and embrace and surround this space and the energy therein at this moment. Ashe. Ashe. What's up, y'all? Happy Saturn Day. You know, Saturn is limits imposed. Sometimes the limits are necessary. Sometimes the limits are self-imposed, but nonetheless, today is a day of where we may be limited at, why we are limited there, what we can do about it. Limits may be imposed simply for us to just keep still. So I've seen a person that I follow on my TikTok. I'm not going to say his name, but he was saying it's okay to rest, you know. And with Saturday, Saturday is also known as the day of rest. So when we consider limitations to be imposed, honoring Saturn Day, you know, a lot of people we don't know how to rest. A lot of us, if you're anything like me and you resonate with me, for me, you know, a couple of hours of sleep is enough. I need to be doing stuff constantly. I need to be constantly working, creating, working towards something, figuring out problems or figuring out solutions to problems. I need to be constantly moving, constantly cleaning, constantly, I don't know, washing clothes, constantly doing something. If I don't, I I really feel unfulfilled for the day, for the week. Okay. With that being said, the divine will use Saturn as a way to force. They will force Saturn on me to make me rest. I will have crash moments here, almost like when you have a sugar rush, right? Or when you have a sugar crash. I will crash energetically, because I just will not stop. I continue to go. I don't. I'm really, really, really learning how to grasp that Saturn energy here. So with that being said, my point of the matter is Saturn is there for impositions to help us, okay? To help govern us. Also, when I think of Saturn and limitations imposed, I also think of boundaries as well. So, yeah. And as you come into the live, be sure if you're just now chiming in, be sure to hit that like button at the very least. I don't like how the angle of this camera, like, what we doing here? Better. Okay. Thank you, Michael Ellis Sr. Remember respecting this live chat. So I say, anyways, all in all, it's been a good day. Hopefully it's been a great day, an amazing day, a good day for y'all, for whomever you are and wherever you are. Also, I always like to tell people, remember your journey is your own. Your healing, your ascension, your divinity, none of it is linear, okay? We will have plateau moments, limits imposed, okay? These things are needed here. Time for reflection, time for restoration, and rejuvenation as well. Time for healing, okay? And I feel like that's a big part of why Saturn is there, okay? And then we go into Sunday, tomorrow, Ra Day, Sun Rising Day, okay? The day of elevated thinking, the day of awakening, enlightenment, illumination. So today we should really, and even in the Bible, for those of you who still follow the context of the Bible, it says that Saturday was a rest day, It's a day that is supposed to be used to, if you're not resting, if you're doing any work, the work should be for the divine, for the Most High God source, on behalf of the collective, preaching the word of the Most High. You know what I mean? And so that's for some of you. Okay. I try to make sure that I give out, my what do you call it? My precursor messages for the lot of you. Everybody comes from a different path, a different walk of life, different faith, different belief. We may all be spiritual. Doesn't mean that my spirituality is the same as your spirituality, because what works for one may not work for another. Okay. Also, when a person says that they are divine, that doesn't mean you're kind of divine. I need to say that. Okay. Because where people always get it misconstrued and where we always fall as a collective whole is, and this is history, and this is something that we need to recognize and overcome for overall uplifting and evolution of us all, right? Where we all fall short, as there will be a particular title or a particular concept here. Spirituality would be the topic of discussion in these days. Everybody's spiritual. Everyone wants to be spiritual. Some pretend, some are really, really doing it. Some are just getting the hang of it. They're just getting their feet wet. They're just seeing what all the hubbub is about. Okay. With that being said, people will always try to set limitations, standards for a particular thing. Spirituality means this, and that, and it goes like this, and that. It's not, because it's going to be the same or not the same. It's going to be different for everyone. As you are catered, your energy is specifically catered to you. The divine has catered your destiny, your path, your walk of life, specifically to your energy here. Man, know thyself is my biggest, I don't know what you want to call it, but it is my biggest teachings. I follow it. I honor it. And it's all about self. With that being said, would my path be your path? Would my level of divinity be yours? Would my spirituality be yours? Would my teaching, inner over outer understanding be yours? It would not. Okay. So we need to quit limiting all things divinity. If divine is an infinite being, God, the Most High source, the universe, it is a omnipresent being. It is an infinite being. All things that it could be, it is, and then some. What you can think of, and then whatever, and then go a step beyond, okay? And so when we try to say what things are, what God is, what God isn't, literally, that's the same thing as saying, is limiting God. We don't have that power. You get me? So let's get away from the titles and the standards, because again, people want to put stuff in a box. Standard this, that, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D. And it just simply is not that, okay? With that being said, moving forward, elevations to everybody that just tapped into the live. Be sure to remind people to hit that like button, you know, because a lot of my readings are about to go members only. I'm letting y'all know that right now. And see, this is what I mean. Arrogance, okay? I don't know if y'all can see that, but I feel like this is a big table. It's like, man, you know, nonetheless, very thankful, very grateful to be here. Gracious energy and frequency invoked of gratitude, appreciation, love, universal love for those in the collective, self-love for myself, you know, a lot of self-respect, a lot of respect for others, happiness, a lot of joy energy. Been picking up on a lot of solar plexus energy as well, okay? With that being said, you know, arrogance, this is the one, you know what this emotion, I don't know if you want to call it an emotion, but arrogance attacks the solar plexus. That's where ego loves to hide. And it's quite interesting because the solar plexus is yellow like the sun. And it's like, wouldn't the sun illuminate the ego? Sure, it would, okay? That's why you have people with that are very arrogant, prideful, okay? Because it can be seen as very illuminated. People who are arrogant, different from pride, these are people that wear it with a badge of honor, you know? So they very much so, they put themselves on the spot. That's the energy, you know? A prideful person, when I find the difference between arrogance and pride, I do find the difference, is an arrogant person will wear it out proudly, again, as a badge of honor. They will be boastful about it. And a prideful person, those are people that try to keep a certain look, but whatever it is that they are feeling or that they are trying to mask, they like to keep that under wraps here, okay? So one would be arrogance would be extroverted, where pride would be introverted. Make sense? So we have fluidity and adaptation. So Ankh energy, y'all, I've been picking up on the womb space a lot, okay? Somebody's sacral chakra may be very unbalanced. It could be balanced, okay? It's 35 people in the chat and it's 18 likes. Get those likes up. Or get out the live. Get out the chat, get out the live. You know what I mean? It's like not that hard. It's not that hard. Get the likes up. Now, I don't know if it's No Doubt's album or Gwen Stefani's solo album, but underneath it all, the song is significant. I've been channeling that since I got up earlier. No. We can do better. 22 likes, 41 viewers. We can do better. We definitely can, y'all. So. I guess I'll take some time to shuffle some cards while people figure out if they want to stay as monitoring and hovering spirits or if they want to like the chat. I mean, you hear 60 seconds. Obviously, you're sticking around for a reason. How hard is it to like? I mean, come on now. Ain't that it? Prideful people tend to internalize a lot of things, where an arrogant person, they always seem to put it on other people. That is another thing that I noticed about the difference between those energies, because people always like to relate the two as being the same thing. They are not. Again, arrogance is more external, pride is more internal. And a prideful person will internalize everything. They will always take offense, or they will think everything is about them. An arrogant person, everything is all about them, but it's the other people. It's always external people, anything outside of them here that affects how they absorb it, how they react to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. An arrogant person, you can't really, in my opinion, okay? Now, if you're arrogant, drop something in the chat and tell me that I'm wrong, okay? But an arrogant person, I feel like one of the upsides to them, if you want me to point out one of their strong suits, you cannot convince an arrogant person to do what the hell you want them to do. A prideful person, you can, okay? That's just what I feel. If y'all feel different, drop it in the chat. Constructive criticism is always loved and appreciated because it helps me learn, grow. It shows me and highlights what areas that I may need to study up on more, research more, get a little bit better in, dive a little bit more into, okay? So it's nothing wrong with that. I am very open to all of those things. It's just like, it's the way you say it and it's how you say it as well, you know? That's the last of that. So Saturn energy. Somebody is having a breakthrough, possibly through arrogance here. Passion. Letting go. I've been picking up on a lot of sacral energy here. Somebody can't fight the feeling. That's the energy. Somebody really hate. It's not hate. This is a situation where you were right, collective. I don't feel like that you're, again, I don't feel like that pride, ego, or arrogance exists within you here, okay? If you were right about something you said to someone, something you said to somebody, something you told, something that you shared, you know, somebody is, they know it, they realize it. However, the pride in this person is internalizing that, okay? I'm gonna give two sides to it, arrogance and pride. The prideful part of this person, if this is a prideful person, they are internalizing it as something being wrong with them because you're right. I don't feel like that was the, I don't feel like that was your aim or your goal. You didn't want that to be the outcome. It was just maybe you gave somebody some advice, you warned them about something, you made it something clear. Maybe you cleared something up. You gave somebody a little more detail, something they needed to pay attention to. The pride in them has now internalized this because you're right. Okay. They really have a lot of passion for what it is that they're finding out that you are right in. However, the pride in this person would not allow them to speak it to you. Okay. Although they have a lot of passion. Again, somebody is internalizing real bad, real bad. If this is an arrogant person, the fact that you are right, it got to be something else wrong, or it got to be another way. It got to be another reason why you were so right. Where you get the information from. And there's no way that you're right. It could be you and you're this right. It's like, it's you, for Christ's sakes, and I'm me, but it's you. Like, how can you be right over what it is that I thought, or what it is that I did, or what it is I said, you know? So it has to be something. Somebody had to give you that information. It couldn't have came from you. There's no way. So see the difference? That's the energy, okay? Release and love. And then again, if this is an arrogant person, this person is still in love. Like, if this is something about love and releasing somebody, or allowing themselves to release the arrogance or the pride, either one, to make room for love, it's like, This could have been a case scenario where it's like, you'll be back another quello, you'll love me tomorrow. Some type of shit like that, nostalgia. Yep. It's something about what you said in the past here that really got this person. It just depends on what side of the fence that they are on, because I'm picking up on pride and ego and arrogance. I'm picking up on pride and ego and arrogance here. Somebody's solar plexus may be awakening here. Somebody may just be developing their own sense of self. I really feel like it's more so pride. I do want to lean towards pride, but then again, passion is there. Somebody very passionate. Ace of Wands energy, wand energy, period. Action, fire. Okay. Root, sacral chakra. Again, when I see that passion here, Bastet energy, I shade to Bastet. Somebody is angry, determination, and ambivalence. This is that arrogant person. I don't know if this is two different people or if somebody has a damn personality disorder. Okay. Somebody could feel like you have a personality disorder here. Nonetheless, somebody is they pissed off and they're determined to, I'm telling you, they are determined to prove that with this ambivalence, child, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the two can coexist with each other, but damn, can you imagine a prideful, arrogant person? Prideful and arrogant? I mean, full of ego. There is no love there. I mean, and if there is love, it's going to be love for self. It's going to be me, 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 me. It's that type of energy here. But truthfully, all that person is doing is hiding fear, whichever one it is. Fear of miracles happening, guilt, anxiety about a breakthrough that you had, that you trusted the follow through with. Okay. You trusted yourself to detach from a person here. From a person that you knew was green with envy, jealous here, and you trusted the process and you had a breakthrough. This is causing somebody anxiety. They feel guilty because they didn't think that miracles existed. And if they did believe that miracles ever existed, now they're scared of it. If they never believed that miracles existed, whatever you have done, a breakthrough, an overcoming of something, you being right about something, somebody is having a tug of war within themselves, because now it's like, damn, miracles are really real. So I'm trying to figure out, what is the fear in a miracle? Oh, the existence of the Most High God. That's what it is. People will say all day, I believe in God. I believe in the Most High. I believe. Like, people will say that all day long. But if you have shown up as a miracle, or a miracle has worked in your life, I'm talking about with the ambivalence. This is something that no man can do. Only a spiritual or a higher power can do this for you, work this miracle in your life and allow you this breakthrough, something that you trusted in. You could have even been boastful and said that you wholly believe in God wholeheartedly. And I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, faith, hope, knowing everything that the Most High guides you. The Most High always brings you out unscathed, or brings you out on the other end victorious here. No, somebody could have been like, yeah, right, that person don't believe in God. God not real. God don't work miracles in people's life. Look at me, like all the things that happen to me. God didn't show up then. God didn't perform a miracle, but now something is showing up as a miracle in your life, and it's like proving that you were right about your what? About your faith and belief in the existence of God. And now somebody feared that you really had a miracle in your life. Why? Because if you had a miracle in your life, that means God sees all, knows all, and can move all things, and can do things, open and close doors that no man can open or close, create doors that no man can create. But not only that, God sees all, right? And this person's scared about some shit that they done did possibly to you, possibly to other people, possibly it's a combination or conjunction of the two, And now Saturn is really kicking somebody's ass, because with the limits imposed Saturn day, it's like somebody got to sit in it. Somebody got allowed to see a miracle being worked or provided through you. And it's imposing limitations on everything that this person knows, because this person could have stuff ill-begotten, ill-gained, short-win victories, malicious victories, deceptive victories, however it is that got this person boastful and arrogant. And now somebody worried that maybe that these things will be taken away. Maybe this person is fearful that your miracle equals their demise or their limitations. But you trusted the breakthrough nonetheless. Y'all, I'm a channeler, a medium, a conduit. That's how the messages come out. Child. Let's go. We up on the likes, y'all. We up on the likes. We ready to get into the messages. Instinct and grace. This is, instinct is a primal force here. It's something you do with, it's like actions and stuff that you take if it's divinely guided right. Now, we all have an instinct, right? Some of us use the more animalistic nature of it, the lower vibrational ones, and some of us use our higher instinct. With this being said, we are all guided under on autopilot, right? With instinct, where it differs from, because why am I doing differentiations? Okay. Somebody is always in comparison to something too. It's just like, it's annoying. Like, people may be really annoyed with this person, but they may tolerate this person because this person may be, the arrogant person will be the one that likes to, they love to be wanted, to be seen, to be heard, to be known, to be noticed, to Six of Wands energy, spotlight. But for Four of Pentacles, very, very greedy, possessive, and selfish reasons here. Okay, so this will be the person that possibly provides all the whatever for the friends and groups and families and whatever the case may be and stuff, because they need to be known as the one, like, but the differentiation, comparison between two, the differences between two, trying to find a link, trying to discredit you by trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm big. That's interesting because I'm big on always bridging the gaps between what we consider differences. They are not differences, bro. The only difference is between higher self and lower self, between the divine self, higher enlightened self, your higher nature, and your lower nature, which is ego, For some people, if they let ego kind of starts off in autopilot as an instinct when we are hurt or harmed and when we need to change. When it's time for us to make a pivotal change in our life, those midlife crises, it could be anything, make pivotal, make a very, very, very big decision and stuff. Ego usually comes into play to kind of like shield us. It is a defense mechanism. However, if used over 90 days as any addiction, any form of addiction will tell you over 90 days, it's an addiction here. Okay. You go from, and then with the addiction, it's the addiction that drives you. It becomes an animalistic instinct. With the primal instinct, though, right? That we all have, all animals have. We are just guided. You go throughout the day and you do these things on repeat because most things in our life we have done 90 days or more, right? We've gotten into the habit of these things. So now we're in autopilot. This, that instinct, the thing that drives us. We don't even have to really think about it. We just do. And it becomes second nature. Okay. Whereas when we go through hurt, harm, traumatic events, big changes, good or bad, tower moments and stuff, the ego comes into play to protect us while we are very vulnerable. We are very vulnerable and open and sensitive to enemies. Not enemies, sensitive to energies at that time, especially during tower moments, sudden changes, big changes, pivotal changes and stuff. Towers can be good or bad. Nonetheless, the ego comes into play to act as a protective shield here, okay? While the vulnerable parts of us, very soft, very delicate, learn to adapt to the sudden, big, and pivotal changes, right? Unfortunately, for some people, they keep the ego. The ego then runs on autopilot. Everything that they do in this new era of life, with this new sudden change or pivotal change, everything is out of ego. And it's pride because their pride is, that ego is attached to the pride. And it's really trying to mask the fact that they are hurt or still softened, still vulnerable. And they never really allowed themselves to impose limits. They never allowed themselves to embody or embrace what Saturn was trying to teach them in that tower moment here. Now, I don't know if Saturn rules a tower, but, I'm just saying, they never really allowed themselves to really sit with the feeling of really what it's like to be open, be vulnerable, be open to change, allow these changes, letting go of things that no longer serve them. And so their pride, they'll start thinking that people can see the vulnerable parts of them. They'll put this pride energy out, but it's really there to mask fear, and it's all ego driven. It lasts too long, and then eventually over time, not only is it an autopilot, people stop listening to their higher selves. They lose their divine connection. And then eventually it turns into arrogance, you know? I did a lot of fucking talking. Did I say anything? Did anybody grasp that precipitation? This could be a form of somebody bleeding all over others. Instinct, generosity, and sharing. Didn't I say like this arrogant person here, they like to make it rain or something? They like to be generous to people and stuff like that. So, but because somebody is operating, it may not be instinct, okay? It may not be instinct, okay? Or this arrogant person is in this animalistic, when I stop like that, I be getting other downloads, okay? Imagination. I'm trying to figure out what. Precipitation can be talking about remnants of something. We got one more card. Flip it over. Irrational. Humility. I'm trying to figure out, they don't go hand in hand. They do not. Precipitation, imagination. Okay. We got irrational and humility, and then arrogance. I'm trying to see where it's at. Does somebody have a split personality? I'm not a diagnostic doctor of any kinds here, especially of mental diseases and disorders. I encourage people to always check up on your mental health. And it's vital for all of us. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing fearful of it. You very well, listen, humility, arrogance, pretension, concentration, devotion, and somebody is a miser. They're very frugal here. Somebody is a douchebag. That's what I do know. Somebody's so focused, and somebody could even be trying to say that your humility is really arrogance. That's because they would consider the arrogant person would say, I'm a very humble person. You know what I mean? But this person, the arrogant person, is a pretentious asshole. Okay. Very pretending, very douchebaggy here. But this will be the person claiming that they have humility and stuff. This will be the person that will call your level of humility. Remember, our path and our consideration of ourselves and what we've been through and what we're going through is our own. Okay. This is why we don't judge, this is why we don't look outside of us. We don't do comparisons here, because somebody is definitely comparing in this energy. And I'm just trying to figure it out. Somebody is trying to make your humility look like arrogance, but they're really the arrogant person. Okay. Somebody does a lot of pretending as well. Somebody is trying to say that your humility is irrational. That's not what humility is. See what I mean from the beginning? See what I mean? That's not what humility is. How do you know? Literally, how can we keep saying what something is or isn't when we all have come to the conclusion that we know nothing? We know the Most High. And whatever the Most High needs us to get clarification on, the Most High will give it to us individually. Okay? And what is my clarification of humility may not be somebody else's, but an arrogant person is going to say, that's not what humility looks like. Are you God? You're not. This person is thinking very irrational here. This person is in a 7 of Cups. I feel like that this is not imagination. This is delusion at this point. Somebody is hella focused on your devotion and how you got justice. That miracle energy. Somebody is so focused on that concentration, devotion, and justice. See, where you're concentrated, you were concentrated on the miracle and the breakthrough and trusting in the breakthrough, that things will work out, that things will work in your favor, things will come into fruition. And now somebody is hella focused. It's like, man, that ain't gonna work. That shit don't work. That don't do this, that don't do that. And then it actually worked for you. Now somebody like, oh my God, You mean to tell me they really had a miracle? But the arrogance in this person is going to be like, man, like that ain't what that is. Like somebody pretending, somebody faking, pretentious asshole, a pretentious, arrogant person here who's delusional as hell and irrational. Some an irrational person trying to rationalize what your humility is or what your practice is. Like, oh, that person, they're lying. They're lying. They didn't concentrate on their devotion. That's not why they got justice. Then why is it? Frugal and intellect and pride. I cannot make this up. When I be talking about these energies, arrogance is here, pride is there, okay? Somebody is trying to find out, like, somebody is extra read all about it in your energy here. They're trying to find out, like, what it is you read, what areas did you study? Like, there's no way that that's a miracle. They're like, somebody is not a believer in God. Somebody is not a believer in God. Somebody, I don't know if they gave up on God or they just never believed that God exists. This could be the arrogant one that's always talking about God this and God Almighty and Jesus Christ and Father God and stuff like that. But this person never really put the work in with the intellect and the frugal and stuff like that. They never put the work in here. Oh, okay. Expansive and openness. Okay. They never put the work in to see if God really works miracles and favors in our lives. And you have proven it to be true when others can be seeing it through you, even others around this person. And this person could be throwing money at them and like, nah, like say that that's not what that really is. The level of crazy people out here is crazy. Instinct keeps coming out. Something about your primal instinct, your knowing, okay? Instinct is about a knowing, right? So much so, you don't have to think it, you don't have to overthink it. When we trust wholly, fully in the divine, in the Most High God source, divine mother, we trust wholly and fully. Are y'all hearing me? It doesn't matter what we go through. We know that we always will be brought out on the other side. And I believe that you, as a humble person, a person with humility, you operate like that. And things have worked out for you where you may have a level of instinct, a knowing, a primal instinct of knowing. It's always God is there. God is always going to make things right. Somebody looking at it as a miracle and now they scared. I'm trying to figure out who's scared of a miracle. Maybe this, whatever has happened to you has never been seen before in the history of niggerdom. You know, enterprising is here. Something is about a trickle down effect with somebody that people were. That's why this person is scared of your miracle or whatever has happened to you. Somebody knows it's a miracle for one, but somebody did something to you. They did something to prove that you weren't who you say you are. Your faith in God is fake, made up, is staged, whatever. They did something. And there's some type of trickle down effect that's happening here while you're experiencing a miracle. The moment that you had this so-called miracle breakthrough, this person they got fearful because that really means that you are divinely guided. You do believe in God. There is a God and God has been watching over you and allowed this thing to happen for you in your life. And that also means that God seen what this person did and whoever else that they work with, because there's a trickle down effect here. You just stay on in your humble humility type energy collective, all enthusiastic and stuff with that primal instinct of just knowing. Okay. Humility with memory of senses. Okay. That sense of knowing. That's that primal instinct. We don't have to, for you, seeing is not believing. For you, it's a feeling. It's a knowing. This is not simply, I heard a yogi say, and I said this on a couple of weeks ago. He said, he don't have no faith or belief. He said that's limiting even in itself. And I don't want to hurt. That's not me saying that to hurt anybody's feelings. Okay. He said, I don't have faith. I don't have belief. He said those are limiting. He said, I have a knowing, and that is expansion. When you just know, okay? And I'm talking about you don't have to know anything else, but you know that there is a divine God, a divine or higher power leading you. You just know it. You can feel it. Your primal instinct, you can feel it. There's no need for faith or belief. It just is. And for you, you're not that. That's not what that is. That person, they tried to pick you apart. They tried to pick you apart. Okay, so now I'm getting it. So where this person may have started off with the level of arrogance, oh, they've been knocked down to size. Maybe they still prideful. They still prideful. Because again, you know, what does it say? Pride before the fall? Nah, for this person, it's arrogance before the pride and then pride before the fall. Nonetheless, it's still a declination. Somebody is still declining from arrogant to egotistical pride. Now somebody hurt. Now somebody fearful, where the arrogance in them at first, when they started off by trying to pick you apart, trying to dissect everything that you knew and that you just had a knowing and a drive in, a primal instinct in. They tried to dissect everything that you are to prove that you are a fake or a phony here. Okay. It was all in their imagination, a rational mind of an arrogant, pretentious person. Okay. You done broke this person down to size. And now that this person is hurt, I feel like that they haven't felt hurt in a long time. If they never felt it, this is the first time. Nonetheless, the miracle could even be that you just had a little breakthrough here where somebody said you wouldn't, and oh, God ain't following that person. That person don't believe in God. If God was real, God wouldn't do shit for that type of person. Like it's something going on like that. That was the arrogance in this person, and it was like, hey, look at me. I'm loud and I'm obnoxious and I'm a douchebag and like I'm throwing money everywhere and everybody can see me. So believe in me. Somebody is very much so like that, and like almost want to like. Somebody is very much so like that. Okay. It's quite, this person is annoying. If they have friends, those are not their real friends. Their friends talk about them behind their back because this person is like, people be like, oh, I'm glad that motherfucker gone. It's some shit like that. Like, damn, here's such and such come. Like, act happy. Act like you happy to see him. Hey, my partner. Like, it's something like that. Like, people really can't stand this person. And whatever has happened, whatever this person was saying, I'm talking about somebody could have been loud and boastful. They could have had a bullhorn. Collective this, collective that. Dissect here. Something that you done proven to be right. The existence of God, that God works, leads you, guides you, works miracles in your life, allows you to have breakthroughs. No, none. It has proven this person wrong. Their arrogance is real quiet now. Now fear has set in. Now this person feels ashamed, something that they may have never felt or never felt in a long time. Now somebody prideful because now the pride is kicking in here as another lower vibrational primal instinct here to hide the fact that this person is scared, fearful, and they feel stupid as fuck and pathetic because they was hella loud with their arrogance. And you done proven somebody that miracles and breakthroughs do happen by being guided by the divine. You got this person looking real stupid right now. And this person knows how they are. This person is aware that they are an asshole, but they blame it on everybody else. Their friends can't stand them. Those aren't their real friends. Everybody around this person cannot stand this person. They cannot stand this person. And that's just the bottom line. And now that this person they've been knocked down from the pedestal, self-imposed pedestal of arrogance. And again, even the knocking down is self-imposed because this person should have really just shut the fuck up. Because how you gonna tell a person what God can do in their life? God complex. Somebody could be heavy Aquarius, baby. Because Aquarius, Scorpio is significant. Somebody could be a Taurus here. Somebody could be a Capricorn. Somebody could be a Pisces here. Okay. Somebody could also have heavy Aries in their chart. Take it as it resonates here. I do not feel any water in this person's chart. If they are a water sign, they are unattached to their emotions. And anyways, your instinct. It drives you. It gives you all the enthusiasm you know that you need to know that things will turn out however you say it. And now that whatever you said would happen for you or happen somewhere, it has happened possibly exactly like that in that order. That's why this person is considering it a miracle. And now it's like, oh my God. And now, I'm talking about something flinged right off of that arrogant pedestal. Now somebody got the pride face on. Now somebody is ashamed, and now they're still trying to act arrogant. They're still trying to act all big, bold, and high and mighty, only to mask the fact that they are fearful, that they are scared, and that they have to admit that people can see them now. They can see the vulnerable parts of them, that they were wrong. That they were wrong. And I don't believe that what you said or what you brought into fruition was intended to prove this person wrong. It was just like you could have just been trying to uplift people and tell people God really do these type of things. God is ultimate, it exists. And, you know, like I believe wholeheartedly in the Most High. And watch God pull me out of this. Watch this happen like this. And it did. Somebody got the smack knocked right the fuck off their face, but by the Most High. Because people love to force God's hand. When God show his hand, here come the fear. Here come the fear. I don't want y'all playing on those stairs. Be sure to hit that like button as you come into the live chat, please, and thank you. Kindness, irresponsibility. This is because if this was a person connected to you, somebody got a problem too. Drinking, Uggs, whatever, trigger warning, toxic warning, okay? That could be a lot why this person like a loud, arrogant person with addictions. That's why they like to buy people and stuff. They like to buy people's friendships, silence, people's loyalty. Somebody likes to buy people's minds, okay? Because this showing the alcohol and the Uggs in the other hand, it could just be, but whatever this person provides for people, somebody likes to prescribe. Somebody likes to control people's mind by prescribing money or things that they want in order for people to follow along with what they say, because somebody know that they wrong shit. Somebody been knowing that they wrong, but the arrogance in them would not allow them to be shown or be seen as wrong over you, because it's something about you. And it's just like, whatever, because you're coming out as kindness. Come on now. People remember, it's even like somebody people waking up to this person's tactics against you. And they're remembering now you are very humble and kind. It don't matter if you were right about something. You always came out to them as humble and kind. People remembering this about you. And they're also remembering the fact that whoever this person is, they wanted to, with the precipitation and the enterprising here, there we go. I'm trying to explain how this works. It's like this person was using their resources, their money, their whatever to buy people, but to buy people's mind, to manipulate them against you. Because that's the energy. I keep wanting to say prescription. This person was buying subscriptions. Y'all got it. And you didn't show nothing but discipline, morality, and consciousness, and mastery, decision, strength, determination, listening, courage. Come on now. How you show up as all these things here, you're not humble. Because if we do want to limit or add things to it or standardize what humility is, these would be what they are. Kindness, discipline, morality and consciousness, mastery, decision here, strength, determination, listening to the divine, to your higher self, to God. You ask God for something, you one that'll listen, okay, to whatever you are told. And courage. If we really want to put limitations or standards on what humility is, boom, you got it. And somebody tried to pick apart, somebody attacked every single area of you. If you had discipline, this person worked with people and manipulated people to attack your levels of discipline. What areas are they disciplined in? Break that down. I'm going to show you they don't really believe in God. There got to be something back there. Whole time is just kind of like you're minding your business. This person just did not want you to be right here. Morality and consciousness. If you had morals, this person tried to break your morals. They could have even sent somebody in to get you to do drugs or do something that you recover from or do something that you would never do. That they tried to break your morality. Mastery. If you master parts of yourself, even skills, even traits, even certain things about yourself, you even mastered or overcome ego and pride yourself, arrogance yourself here. Somebody tried to attack that. They tried to pick apart that here. Your decisions here, okay? Your decision making, you making decisions based off of these top 4 things: humility, or 5, humility, kindness, discipline, morality, and mastery. And these are the things that led you to the type of decisions you've made, right? With that being said, child, somebody tried to break that down here, tried to say your decisions weren't divinely guided. They weren't built off of these morals or these concepts, these things here. These weren't temperaments or proclivities, or these weren't characteristics or traits you actually had. You got to be hiding something behind the mask, but all in the same while somebody was manipulating people with their word vomit, their arrogant, pretentious word vomit and poison here, poisoning people's mind, getting these people to work with them. So literally, they can filter feed through these people by having these people attack you, manipulate them, siphon out their energy, have these people siphon off of your energy by attacking you. And then they were filter feeding all the way down. Somebody has a real grand scheme. Somebody, what do you like to call it here? There is a medieval term for this. Delusions of grandeur. Somebody has that. And they have a God complex. This is the worst type of person. Like, I promise you, whoever is around this person, they hate this person. They cannot stand them. I promise you, these people do not like this person, but they are heavily manipulative. And this is the type of person here where if people tell this person, no, they won't do this. No, they won't work with them. No, they won't help attack you, collective. This will be the type of person that will start turning the other people around them to have them help attack the person that told them no. Like, oh, you ain't my friend. Oh, you ain't such and such. Oh, you ain't down. And see, an arrogant person like this, an arrogant, pretentious, irrational, imaginative, delusional, manipulative bastard or feminine. I could be talking to masculine about a masculine or a feminine. You could be masculine or feminine, okay? A person like that, they will attack the prideful people. This is a person who is very much so aware that people of pride and arrogance are 2 different things. A prideful person is one that they can manipulate because they don't want to be the one left out, singled out, or left outside of the group activities here to look like that they're different. So they're going to follow along because they internalize. Okay, they're going to follow along so they aren't the outcast here. That's a prideful person. An arrogant person of this caliber would know that. And I can guarantee you that a lot of these people around this person that they were manipulating and working with and filter feeding through, I can guarantee you most of them are prideful. And this arrogant person, they know that. Somebody has mastered the art of manipulation, of dark psychology, of reverse psychology. Because someone has a God complex. This person is an Aquarius. They have heavy Aquarian placements. Heavy. And I'm not saying that other people aren't masterminds, mega minds, evil geniuses. I'm not saying that. But this is a person who is dumb as fuck because they think that they're smarter than everybody. And their way is always going to be the way, and what they say and how they ABCD 1, 2, 3, everything. That's how it is. That's how it should go. But that is not. And you've proven this person wrong. The people around this person are seeing it. They not saying nothing because they're prideful still. They're not saying anything to this person. But this person, because they've been filter feeding through these people's energy, they feel that these people know that they are fucking wrong. Oh, they're not arrogant anymore, but they're still trying to pretend like that they the shit and that they're always right. You know? And the people, unfortunately, the people around this person, they're not saying anything. So I'm gonna get one more for you. I mean, do I really need to? Do I need to put them out? But these people, it's like the moment that something happened for you, a miracle, a breakthrough, whatever these people want to consider it. Okay. It's like even this arrogant person, they'll be saying, oh, no, they just had a little breakthrough. But other people around this person who are not saying anything, the prideful, scary ass people here, they're coming into their own here. They're going to disconnect from this person eventually, but they're seeing what happened, what you have went through as a miracle. They are calling it a miracle. This arrogant person, man, that's just a little breakthrough. Anybody can do that. Everybody have a little moment and stuff. I bet you it won't last. That's what it is. Because this person knows it's really, truly a miracle. Whatever it is that you said would happen, and it happened, they know that. Somebody listening now. We got a lot of people listening. A lot of people want to be they want to have the level of determination and strength that you have, the discipline that you have to make the decisions that you make. Okay? They want to master themselves. They want to master having morals and, having a moral compass, their moral compass leading to the divine or to God, or just allowing themselves to be guided, having the discipline to have morals and stick to that shit, bro. Somebody is an asshole. An impulsive one. Like somebody, these are the worst characteristic traits. You and a person are stark, raving opposites. You and this person are polar opposites. Now, in a team dynamic, if this person were to step into their divinity, they could actually take this energy and they could transmute it into a useful energy for themselves and then for the collective. You would actually be able to work with this person. Your level of discipline and determination and you mastering all these areas here and this person's ability to manipulate people, this person got a good sales pitch as well, but if they were y'all would be able to work together if this person was in their higher self or their higher nature. They gonna have a great fall. I'm talking about great fall of Rome type of shit. You know what I mean? A great fall from arrogance down on to just humility. I'm talking about, but somebody gonna hit. It's like somebody falling from the top of a fucking tree and hitting every branch down. Arrogant. It's like arrogant, shit face, shame face, sad, pride. They trying to hide the hurt, fearful. It's all still there. They still trying to hang on to the pride. They trying to grab onto a branch. Every time they try to, it rips or tears up something here, batters their clothes, rips holes in their nice stuff. Everything that they put on for the city Jeezy type of energy, and still they're still on the declination. They still hitting every fucking branch down. Boom, boom, boom. And by the time that they hit ground zero, that's where God usually wants us. Ground zero is humility, and I don't feel like that God wants us in a state of like perpetual lack or anything like that. But for some people, it is required. God will strip us of every single thing to get us to the level of humility, ground zero, where we hit every branch going down. We batter, we bruise, we can barely get up. Boom, we done hit the ground. And now that we hit the ground, everybody done seen it, wearing bears clothes, tore all up. And now, all of that is outside. It's like the cat's out of the damn bag. It's like, God, you listening now? You listening? And I feel like you went through that. But you allowed yourself to be seen. You allowed this to be possible. You possibly allowed people to see your process. Every branch down, and then from the ground back on up, slowly but surely. And you did it with a level of discipline. And you were kind as well. I feel like God humbled the shit out of your ass too. And then you because of your level of humility, thanking God that even though you took a great fall, when you hit that ground, you didn't die. You weren't obliterated. You are allowed to still live so you can make the climb back up to the top. But you do it with all the characteristics and quality that the Most High requires of us to really actually sit on the top and keep that spot. Somebody is second. So it's not first or second place. You went through this first, and because of this person, they put a spotlight on you. They have attacking you. Okay? People watched you on your slow climb up. Thank y'all for the gifts, love. I greatly appreciate it. Heart, hands, heart, hands. May you receive all your gifts, love, supers, everything back tenfold with love and light. Ashe. Ashe. Let's ashe to that. You know, and so with that being said, like you went through the process. Somebody is on their declination. You're on your way up. That's the miracle right here. You and this person are start rating, you know, like there is a huge difference here. But people are comparing a person who, and let's say that this is a person who is very outspoken about God. They pretend, they preach, they know the Bible back and forth, the Quran, the you know, any of the religious texts, they know them like the back of their hand. They preach it all day long, but somebody does not live it. You lived it. And it's kind of like that type of energy here. Because it's like people looking at this person like, why God show up for them if you said that they weren't? You said you know everything. You know what God is. You teach it, you talk it, you preach it every day and stuff. But these people know better because they know this person outside of all that talk and stuff that they do about knowing God, being godly, being divine, being this, being divinely guided. God give you all of this, and this is why I'm like that. God never loves God will never with a boastful person. Even if God got you there, the moment you get boastful, God be like, fling right off the top of that tree again. Every branch down, every branch down, every branch down. Hit the ground, smack. God be looking down like, hey, you ready? You ready to listen now? You ready to build strength in your discipline? A disciplined person is never going to be boastful or arrogant. A person who has had to have mastered discipline, baby, when you really go through it, like and I feel like not only that, again, this was the person that had people watching you, attacking you, doing whatever. They put eyes on you, but people also, even if these people were attacking you, they seen your process. They have seen your progress, and slow and steady. It kind of it's not winning a race here. It's just slow and steady. They've seen it because somebody put eyes on you, you know? And they've seen this person. Everything that this person pretends or says that they are, as it pertains to God, godly, or God connection, God fearing, you have exhibited that where they talk about it. And they manipulate people with this too. Heavy Aquarius energy. I'm going to get a few more for this person since we want to talk about characteristics and stuff. Give me this person's energy, divine, Holy Spirit, divine spirit, most high God source, Mother divine, Ashe unto you. Thank you for the messages. Thank you for allowing me and choosing me to be the one to give out the messages to those in the collective. Child, instability. This person has terrible characteristics. But again, I'm going to point out the fact that if this person is the polar opposite, in the energy, as they are taking their great fall, they're in their prideful energy, they still being knocked down, hitting every branch, going down. All these things that they are the opposite of you. But if they transmute this, if they believe wholeheartedly in the most high God source, divine mother, cosmic enlightenment, alignment, oneness, you know what I mean? These things can be transmuted into a positive. You get what I'm saying? Instability, passivity, somebody passive. Somebody has disorder. They got a disorder, addiction, resistance. Sorry, y'all. I know y'all barely seeing the cards, and I know it sucks for me. You know? Child, aggression. This is the comparison. People notice. These are terrible qualities. Terrible. Let me see. I think 3 rows over there for you. Kyan. I want them to play outside today, but child, it's so hot. Yeah, I think I got the same equal amount. It doesn't even really matter because if we compare, enthusiasm is the name of the game, fluidity and adaptation, tenderness and thoughtfulness, and tolerance and intellect here. Baby, you got to be like, come on now. People who tolerated this person, they tolerated this person because the level of their intellect, or let's say it like this. Somebody spits out a lot of shit that they read and that they learned, but they've learned to manipulate the words to have the population control over the people around them. Ultimately here, people never respected this person. They feared this person. Fear being the different ones that say, actually, if my memory serves me correct, collective really, they really a good person. They really done been through the ringer here. They could have even been arrogant like you, but you know, they really done turned their life around. That could be the miracle here. But these people too prideful. They don't want to be the first ones to say it. They don't want to be the ones. Now they're pointing, everybody, the group is pointing fingers at them like, ha ha, you like collective. Ha ha ha, you like collective. They got you like that. No, you a sim. Like, you know how people like to do it. And I feel like that this is one of this person's tactics. This is this person, their traits make them a very dangerous person. Because this is the type of person that will convince people to unalive folks, to violate folks, assault folks. Huh? Yeah, I want to know what y'all doing. Y'all get those likes up. It's 173 in the chat and it's 116 likes. We definitely can do better. You know, definitely can do better. Yeah. True. You know, some people love to weaponize fear. This could be the type of person that weaponizes people's fear. Okay, I'll shade to your angel number then. Get the 182 in the chat. Get the likes up. That's all your girl asking. Come on now. We can at least do 160, 170. Come on. 170. Y'all know my messages. I be spitting straight fire, and that's not a boastful thing. That's a divine thing. When I'm talking about when I sit here and I go limp, my vessel becomes whatever bullhorn that they need it to be. Divine will speak through me. And y'all know my messages be straight lit. So go ahead and get those likes up and stop all that hate and all that monitoring stuff like that. And if you're gonna do that, get out of my chat. You know, like the least people can do is like. The least you can do. I'm dead ass serious. What? Kaya, it's like 109,000 degrees outside. Child, I wouldn't walk in today, y'all, twice. And you talking about a nigga. Like, and I mean, I didn't walk that far, granted. You know, I just need to get out of the house, make sure I burn off some of this energy and stuff. So, you know. Yeah, this person is fearful and in a panic. I'm not getting that. Helplessness. See, somebody is hitting every branch down. Now, be mindful. I've already stated collective's qualities, but like you really have to earn these things. These aren't things that either you're born with it, it's bred or you know, it's bred into you. Let's just say it like that. It's bred into you. You're born with it, or you really went through life where you have had to learn and acquire these things. None of these are easy things to come. People say they strong. They're not really strong. People making right decisions based off of morals and consciousness, they really don't have it. But if you actually possess these qualities and stuff, like it takes a lot of discipline. This is going to be your ground right here, discipline. This person lacks discipline. They're irresponsible, okay? Nonetheless, we've named your qualities, right? No. It's so hot out there. Go ahead. Y'all can play on the porch. Open that door and play on the porch where I can see y'all. But I don't want you from underneath the porch in the sun. Please and thank you. This person is showing up as precipitation. That for me, that's filter feeding. With disorder, manipulation, instability, enterprising. I mean, at least they got that, but they using it wrong. Somebody has weaponized people's fear in order to have people work with them. Irresponsibility, passivity, impulsion, addiction, resistance, aggression, not to mention imagination, irrational, pretension, and arrogance. This is like a devil cocktail. Doubt. I was going to ask, what are the feelings of the people that are surrounding this person? They're in doubt. They're in doubt about this person. Yep. They know this person don't have no courage. They doubt this person has the courage. They even doubt that this person has the courage to take the great fall that you have and come out with a type of breakthrough that you've had, aka miracle. They doubt it because they know this person don't believe in, they don't practice what they preach. And this person can't, even if they try to move further out of their pride and try to recover their arrogant ego, whatever their arrogance, by pointing fingers and still trying to dissect you and saying what you are not. It's too late. They already worked with people and put eyes on you, stalked you, did things, manipulated things in your life, and you still came out. People have seen you recover. They have seen you in the steps of coming back up, of getting off the ground, of the discipline. They've seen it. They put eyes on you. This person made sure, because they ultimately, they wanted these people to help them destroy you, but they weren't going to do it. They were pulling the strings of these people to have them attack you, to destroy you. Salah, I'm glad that you're still here to receive the message, collective. Happy birthday to anybody celebrating a Leo birthday. Happy Leo season to everyone. Okay. It's interesting that we're in Leo season and arrogance and pride comes out. So, and I'm not saying that about in Leos, but you know, everybody has a level of arrogance and pride, any sign. So, but I just wanted to point that out. But, you know, Leos actually are, my oldest son was a Leo child. That boy, man, gratitude is here. These people got to have gratitude towards you, or they are grateful that they seen that this person is not, they're not anybody to really follow, or yeah. Huh? I don't know where that basketball is. I said y'all have to stay underneath the awning. They're panicking because these people have gratitude for you. They seen what you went through. You showing people that it can be done. This person was just saying it. This person was like, I'm telling you, these people around this person, they fear them. They don't like them. Okay. Panic, passion, determination. These people are trusting that they can do whatever it is that you've done. This person is panicking that they're losing followers, that they're losing recognition, that they're losing their clout. Somebody is losing their je ne sais quoi, you know? Tenderness, gratitude, tenderness, awakening, curiosity. And somebody is just repressed. Somebody has a lot of repressed energy. Somebody is repressed. No, this person tried to repress you from freeing yourself, having a breakthrough with your abundance. I'm telling you, they tried. You showing up as gratitude and tenderness here. You gotta be for humility. If you ask me to give you two, tenderness, that's that kind energy, and gratitude, top tier, humility, humble, you know? This person tried to get these people to help repress you. This person knows, this tells me this person knows who you are. Awakening and curiosity. I told you this person was curious about you. They wanted to know everything about you, or people are awakening to you. And they're curious about you now. Okay? Some people could be curious why this person tried to repress you from being free to have your awakening. It's quite weird. Somebody definitely can be in the church, and that's no shade to nobody in the church, but breakthrough and abundance. These people know this person was trying to repress you from being free to gain abundance, from having breakthrough with your abundance here, from having an abundant breakthrough here. Okay? Trying to repress you from releasing resistance here. Somebody wanted you to forever put up a fight, or they wanted you to forever be a give up type of person. It's like you hit all them damn branches going down and you hit the ground. If I was you, I'd just lay there and die now. It's that type of energy, Perplexed. And people are really, I'm telling you, people are perplexed at your level of serenity, your level of balance, and it got folks reflecting, on their faith. My grandma would be like, shower. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Don't laugh at me. Father God, it's something like that. But hey, if these are very church-going people, faithful people in the Most High, and let me stop making fun, because seriously, it's not a laughing matter. So God forgive me, a little belt to ass, home base, please. But not too much. But no, you got these people reflecting on their level of faith. For real. They haven't, you got people, you giving people confidence. Didn't I say solar plexus here? You giving people confidence to go inward and find courage to go inward, to reflect on themselves and where their faith really lies. Because with this being said, these people are coming to the realization that even if this person is a person of the church, okay, any denomination, these people are realizing that because of their own pride, they have more faith in this person than in the Most High God. And I feel like that's where a lot of the fear and confusion and perplexity and doubt is coming from, because people are awakening to the fact that they have more faith in the man than they did in God. And God done worked a miracle in your life. They've seen it. I don't care what it is, what you think you don't have, collective. Y'all don't realize sometimes that you just being here, doing it another day, even if it's a struggle. Some people look at you as a walking miracle, as an enigma. The fact that you've been through everything that you have been through, they know, they watched, they participated in it. And you still here today. People and when I say you, I'm talking to me as well. Because a lot of the times I be fucking catastrophizing everything, and it'd be like, yeah, bro, it's no doubt in my mind that there is no doubt in my mind that there is a God. I know this. This is not, that's never been a question, even as a child, right? Even as a child, it's been more so well, dang, God, don't you think I'm deserving of more than this? I did the work. I'm steady doing the work. I'm working hard. I fall back. I fall down. I get back up. I keep looking to you. Even when my knowing in you or what you will do, it wavers, and it does waver at times, a lot. And it's not that God, I don't think God will come through. It's that it's always people in the background doing stuff. And so even with that, I'm still going to get up the next day, and I have to remind myself, bro, the limitations that are imposed are meant for me. God allows for me to be limited in certain areas and don't give it all back to me at once, because God needs for me to have rest periods. I need to really be able to recover. We have several systems in our body. We need to be able, the limitations that God imposed on us by not giving us everything or all that we ask for at once is to allow room for us to rest. to really recover mentally and my nervous system. I need to recover. Imagine if I literally, when I think about it now, as much as I've been complaining, if I had every single thing that I asked for, my ass would be on the go. Go, 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 go. Do. Always doing this all over the damn place. Oh, that's something I need to pick up. I need to learn something that I'm going to add and add and add and add. And that's not a good thing. At least for me, it's not. I don't think it's a good thing for any of us. But I will do that. I do that. So that's the learning of Saturn. Limits imposed. Would Divine like to say anything? That's the great mystery, energetic cleaning, expansion, detachment. These going to be stories like you live in. It's going to be stories to tell the grands, the great grands and stuff. You write a book and stuff. Spirit of air. You may have limitations imposed on you right now, collective, to clear your thoughts, your mind, to have a clear thinking path here. So when you do get the downloads of the instructions from the Most High God source, and you do get all these things, you know how to maneuver with these things, and don't overexert yourself here. Okay. We do that. We do that, Thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. Thank y'all for the supers, the gifts, the likes, the shares, the donations. I would say the hypes, but we know how that goes. If you don't know, yeah, YouTube be playing with your girl, but nonetheless, companion healing family lines. You got people wanting to, I don't know, manuscripts are significant. I picked up on a download, but I don't know if I'm gonna. So just like the Bible was rewritten in the accounts of David, Peter, all of these different people, it was written by them, or stories in the Bible were written by them, or people that were closely near them, or that experienced and that were a part of their lives. It's time for a more modern Bible, if you ask me, or a more modern script or manuscript on what worked for each person. It's time for your story of account to be added into a new version of the Bible. And I'm not talking about rewriting the Bible, a new manuscript here on how one story in the Bible correlates to your story, or the more modern rendition of a story in the Bible. Here's time, like a manuscript. I keep hearing that you could create a manuscript. Okay. It could be spiritual, religious based, whatever the case may be. But you will definitely always put God first. And this manuscript may be composed of different people from different paths, different walks of life, different faiths, different beliefs, different gods, different systems, different experiences, but they all ultimately found their higher power of their own understanding here, Recovery could be very significant, okay? This could be a recovery manuscript where you maybe have different stories. You may interview different people and stuff about what they've been through and how it is that it don't need to look like nothing. It does not need to look like a specific thing. I think people showing grace to themselves, glory, joy, happiness in themselves, in their life, what they do or don't have, that doesn't matter. It's not a look. It's a feeling within oneself. And I feel like that maybe this will be like a manuscript or a guide to recovery for all walks and paths of life, And and I feel like it may be composed, and this could be an idea that I'm pitching. It could be composed of different stories of different people, and where they are today, or just finding their way back to self-mastery, humility. Okay. discipline, strength, decision, determination, courage, listening to the Most High, and still, even through all this, remaining kind. That's going to be the highlight of this manuscript. It's like kindness in recovery, stories of account of remaining graceful and kind and in a knowing, in a sense of the Most High, you know, while recovering, you know. It's just a thought. It's for somebody. Last minute messages, Holy Spirit, Divine Spirit. And again, thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. I'm glad to give out the message. Now, you know, like even with me being a conduit, like, bro, I don't sit and think these things. Literally, this is my primal instinct. It just, okay, Divine, go ahead and speak through me. Because y'all don't really, like, whether y'all realize it or not, when I give out these messages, I'll be stunned. I'll be learning and absorbing myself. Literally, I'll be giving out these messages and I'll be like, dang, like, you know, your girl may shed a tear, a few tears. You're going to see me cry. You're going to see all these things in me because I am learning at the same time that I give these messages out to y'all. I'm literally learning. It's like, hell, I don't have people with words of encouragement every day, all day. I really don't have that. Thank you for the star, love. But when I hear messages like this, I feel like, hell, this resonates with me because I needed to hear that. But coming from my own mouth, do that make sense? It's like, girl, that was the message. Like, dang, you needed to hear that. People out there needed to hear it from you. But it's like the divine talking to all of us at the same time. It's not really my words. It's God's words. It's divine's words. And it's like, if I did feel any little peg of like negative or low vibrational energy, I definitely feel like encouraged. I feel like, okay, well, you know, remember to grasp the joy of things and be grateful for all the things, what you have overcome. Like, because you can share, but people don't really know what you've been through and what you overcame. It's like, remember not only to be grateful, but be tender, be kind to yourself. Take it easy on yourself as well. Because like I said, I got out there and walked and bro, like I will keep going. I have to still heal and get away from I'm not enough, or what I'm doing on a daily basis is not enough. I definitely have to get away from that. That is something that I bigly that I really need to heal. I need to do a lot of shadow work on that, honestly. Because I definitely am a person of overcompensation because living in lack without so many things in so many areas all my life. Okay. So with that being said, I'll overcompensate and I will do it to the point where literally they will set me down. Like I'll get sick, and I'm not a person that gets sick, but I'll get sick out of nowhere. And it's because they have to make me stay in a bed, take rest, take a nap. You know? Yeah.
I didn't need the phone from
Kaya, she's so petty. Girl, the feminine cycle, the number 9. 9 has been coming out heavy. 369, 963. Ashe to all those energies. Did I just make it rhyme? Hey, ashe to it. Ashe to it. The feminine cycle, reconnect with your cycle. You are a plural woman. And now, I could be talking to a masculine as well. We all embody and embrace masculine and feminine and light and dark aspects, okay? Girl, if you don't give him that phone, you will never get screen time again. We have awakening and emotions. Hey, awaken to those emotions. Did you take it outside? They both did go outside.
I know, but he said the phone there.
Is it on the stairs or upstairs? So we have your path. Child, don't pay no attention to them. I'm about to go stand outside with them, make sure that they don't exhaust themselves, you know? And even with me, like saying that about myself, I have to be careful not to show that is a negative trait. I mean, it's a good thing, but too much of one thing, too much of anything is a bad thing. And I have to be careful not to teach them that, you know, overdoing, oversharing, overcompensating, you know? So it's like, it's a slippery little slope here, you know? Your path, dear Lord, Ashe. Help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Ashe to that. Let's do an ashe to that. Most High God source. And I know about the Lord thing. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's like search my heart. They know. We have love and loss and mystery. It's kind of like that's giving me like no love lost type of energy here. Some people, you know, they are at the point of no return where they can't come back. And even though they love you now, seeing you like this, however they're seeing you, you know, it's just kind of like they didn't show you love. So it's like they're coming to the realization or the acceptance that they didn't show you love. So there's really no love lost there, you know, but they would have loved to been a part of your life at this stage, you know, but they really have to reflect on where they are, where they stand, and why they are not a part of your life, these breakthroughs and these miracles as well, you know. Child, I'll be having to check that mic because mic check 1 2 1 2, you know. Embrace. Remember your primordial nature. You are a vessel. That's that primal instinct, you know. It's like when God first created us, created man, created you, your soul, your spirit. When God first created it, he instilled within us a primal instinct of knowing God is real, you know. And again, like when I say I believe I know in the Most High, in the Divine Mother, higher energies and beings, child, that don't mean that I don't cuss. That don't mean that I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, even if I have breakthroughs and have miracles, bro, I'm not a Bible thumper. I'm not a holier than thou, you know? And I am accepting of myself and all shortcomings and flaws that I am. I think that's what God, that's what tells God that I'm still a masterpiece that he can still work on, that she, whatever, however you consider God, that it can work on, you know? I feel like that when I acknowledge my flaws and that I still have shortcomings, not that I do it on purpose, but I'm telling God like, yeah, I'm still a work in progress, but that means I can be worked with. Somebody arrogant as they are, they're perfect, okay? Somebody definitely has a delusions of grandeur and, you know, like, to them, they are infallible. It's you stand in front of God's face and tell God, oh no, I'm perfect. You ain't got to do shit with me. Like, you know, like you ain't got to do nothing with me. God gonna be like, oh yeah, tree limb, tree limb, tree limb, tree limb. And or God will not work with you and let you live like that. And when it comes time where you really feel like that all your perfect reality falls apart, because God knows the only thing constant is change, we will eventually go on an incline, then a decline. It is absolute cosmic nature. Okay. This is universal law of vibration. It is constant nature. We are constantly changing. We go up, we come down. We always got what makes a difference is that we have a hold of God. We have a direct line or connection to God. That's what matters. A person who tells God that they are perfect, God be like, okay, you got it. So when your perfect world changes, as it will, inevitably. Remember, you told me you were perfect. You need to, as your perfect self, you need to figure it out. And I'm going to let you hit every branch on your way down. Collective, you could have definitely been like that. You don't have to be. You could have almost been on your way there, and God caught you before you got there. I can say such is maybe not arrogance, but very prideful. Very. Kai! The difference between 7 and 14 is a belt. Sacred ceremonies. I remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. Okay?
I took the remote because she lied about not having the phone.
I know she lied about not having the phone. So we lying. No, you're cut it. No phone or screen time for the rest of the day. You know, I said, get out of my face, because all that jumping that you're doing right now, oh, you can cut it. Oh, you can cut it out. Or you're going to have a problem with me. Do you understand? Thank you. All that damn jumping up and down and stuff like this ain't that, bro. I'm too damn old to be popping and whooping ass, bro. I don't know. Whatever. I'm call her 17-year-old sister, her 19-year-old sister, have them spank her ass. What? I'm too old for that shit. I don't need my blood pressure getting high. And again, I'm trying to get away from old habits, you know, even breaking generational curses of yelling at my children like we were yelled at, whooping them, spanking them, saying cuss words at them, because I do all of those things here, especially when I get pissed off. I'm trying to gentle parenting thing. I'm looking at that shit like that shit. The big kids like, gentle parenting? You didn't do that shit with us. Like, how the fuck the gentle parenting? All the older kids looking at me like, you know, lost your goddamn, they ain't saying it, but they like, you done lost your damn mind, bro. Hit every branch down, every branch down. Hey, I waited 9 years between the older one and her to have children all over again. Like, what? Bro, like, nah, the doctor said my blood pressure was up last year. Go sit down in the corner and have a time out, bro. Hell nah, I can't do it. You extraordinary collective, nonetheless. But they mama give me draw. I be looking at them just like, hey, you know you done got old when you just look at kids. You know, hey, I used to lay down a smack down on them motherfucking older kids. I'm not even playing, like, bro, motherfucker, hiss, any stomp, anything, walk up. You know, do that motherfucking, what is it? What's the small guy's name? Ricky Smiley. Remember, he said, Grandma, bring that motherfucker back, like, yeah, that bell, wow. That motherfucker got the wind, the force of God behind that shit, bro. I ain't play that shit with my older kids. These younger kids, I just be looking at them like. That's all I can do, brother. Do the motherfucking monk like the evil monkey off of Family Guy. But that's it. I just be like, hey, the 17-year-old, 19-year-old be like, fuck the gentle parenting. We gonna take over the whoopings. I'll be like, y'all got it. And then when I call myself wanting to step in and something be like, don't hit them. And they be like, you better get out the way, mama. Y'all got it. Bro, I don't know what it's gonna do for myself. I know as the Most High God and the Divine is watching me, bro, I know that I give them a show and be having them cracking up, collective. Listen, baby, I'll be like,
No.
the blood of Jesus. Baby, I'm like, Grandma, are you rolling over in your grave? You seeing your granddaughter right now sounding like you talking about some child. Like, I was like, Granny, is that you? We got it though. Collective, you are extraordinary nonetheless. Okay. Should I give her a cookie?
No. Yes. If you want to lie, you ain't get her cookies. You did lie.
Her mother said no. What do you want me to do? Child. Give her one cookie. What y'all want me to do? Just give her the cookie. You know? Give her the cookie. Give her one cookie. What? Just cookie. Anyways, there's a wild and impetuous uniqueness to you that deserves to be honored. Yeah. I feel like, should we close with that? Ron Lee, you talking about some dang on yes, get rid of cookie, baby. This motherfucker gonna be bouncing up and down, up the walls and shit like Jim Carrey was on The Mask and stuff. Motherfucker gonna be sliding down motherfucking stairs here in a minute. I'm gonna be like, talking about some yes, get them some cookies. Like, put their ass up there in that hot ass sun, that hot ass heat, let you run that goddamn sugar off. Come in and take you a nice spiritual bath. Hallelujah. Last minute messages, Divine. Please give me a few more for this side. I feel like that kind of extraordinary that we can leave it there. You know, we got divine flow. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. My meditative ass. So, like, this is my calmness and peace with them kids. Like,
I'm good.
That's it. That's it. Because remember, I come from this era. Waka! I come from that motherfucking era. This is my calm and peace. Like, that's my calmness and peace. So, collective, that's the messages. Thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. Welcome to all my new watchers, viewers, and subscribers. I'm glad that y'all came and that you stuck around for the messages and you supported the channel however you can and however you did, collective. Be sure to check the description box as I release you and your beautiful, beautiful, extraordinary energy, divinely guided, back to its respected place with love and light. I'm going to release any and all other energies that I have tapped into or that I have allowed to tap into me back to their respective places with love and light. I can't stand when they make me do that on camera. It's like, imagine being in the middle of talking and just burp. It's just like, ew. Ew, it's so unladylike. Like, God, am I a fucking lady or what? Anyways, you know. But yeah, thank you, Divine, for giving me the message, for choosing me to be the messenger of this, the delivery of this message. I definitely needed to hear that myself. I'm glad to be the one to deliver it to the collective and also learn from the messages and the collective readings that I give out. I'm going to sever any and all energetic cords and ties to and from any and all other energies that I may have embraced or embodied or opened myself up to that may have attached themselves to me. And I'm going to disconnect from those energies in their entirety, indefinitely, infinitely. And as my energy is being retracted, return back to me, cleansed, purified, renewed, made more high vibrational than when it left. I'm going to heal and seal all leaks in my auric field and subtle bodies at this time. And then reinstate and reestablish my protective shield over mind, body, soul, as well as spirit, and all of my chakras, upper, middle, major, lower, minor, all alike, and everything in between. And then reestablish my power and authority over my own energetic field and everything that is attached to it. Also reinstate my sovereignty at this time. Ashe, Ashe. Thank y'all for tuning in and tapping in. And until next time, collective, peace and Godspeed. What you looking at me like that for?